November 10, 2024, might be a memorable day, at least for Chen. Today's topic is the possibility of converting thermal energy into electricity without a temperature gradient, and whether it could serve as a promising green energy source. Chen has been contemplating the second law of thermodynamics for over 41 years. In 2015, he realized that gravitational force gives particles a slight directional tendency, rather than purely random motion. This suggested that, under certain conditions, gravity might enable a system to exceed the limitations imposed by the second law of thermodynamics, which is based on random motion. In September 2021, he observed that plasma in Earth's upper atmosphere could meet this criterion. On April 29, 2022, he discovered that ionized solutions also contain charged particles, suggesting they might fulfill the same requirements. From April to August 2022, he dedicated substantial resources to designing experiments to test his hypothesis. His experiments ultimately confirmed his theory, and he publicly shared his findings and implications for surpassing the second law of thermodynamics on August 12. However, his results were met with significant skepticism and opposition. After much debate and doubt, in August 2023, he decided to submit his paper to a journal, hoping peer review could validate his ideas. Nevertheless, after multiple rejections, he finally discovered, on November 10, 2024, a paper that documented a nearly identical experiment conducted by Tolman in 1910, achieving the same results. This confirmed Chen's experimental accuracy. Yet, a fascinating question remained: why had this phenomenon, which could potentially challenge the second law of thermodynamics, gone unnoticed for over a century? The principle is actually quite simple. If, as Tolman suggested, ions of different masses produce distinct voltage differences under gravity or centrifugal force, then two liquid columns containing ions of different masses, placed side by side, would exhibit different voltages at their top and bottom ends, essentially like two batteries with varying voltages. By connecting the lower ends of these batteries to each other, as well as the upper ends, a conductive loop with a voltage difference is created, producing a current. Once the current flows, the balance in the liquid is disrupted, stopping the current. However, the diffusion caused by atomic thermal vibration drives the ions back towards equilibrium, re-establishing the voltage difference and generating a new current. Notably, this restoring force is derived from the thermal energy of the atomic vibrations. Therefore, as long as heat continues to enter the system, could this provide an endless conversion of thermal energy into electrical energy? Could this thermal to electric process be entirely carbon-free, and an excellent green energy source? If gravitational force is too weak, centrifugal force can be used instead for even greater output. In a vacuum, rotation would not experience energy loss from friction. So, while Chen's paper has not yet been accepted, his theory at least has been validated. Since this discovery occurred on November 10, 2024, it is indeed a memorable day, at least for Chen.